Emotions are fascinating, aren't they? They're not just fleeting feelings, but deeply rooted in our biology, shaped by the intricate dance between our brain and body. Stress, often seen as the villain, plays a surprising role in this process. Think of stress as the ignition switch for emoticons. It triggers physiological changes like increased heart rate or adrenaline release, which amplify how we feel. Ever noticed how your heart races when you're nervous before a big presentation? That's stress, setting the stage for emotions like fear or excitement. It's not just in your head, it's your body's way of preparing you for action. But here's the kicker: stress isn't always bad. In fact, it's essential for creating emotions that drive us forward. Imagine you're about to run a race. That jolt of energy you feel, that's your body's stress response, fueling determination and focus. Without it, emotions like excitement or motivation wouldn't have the same intensity. Stress acts as a magnifying glass for emotions, making them sharper and more vivid. The key is learning how to harness it rather than letting it spiral out of control. After all, emotions are what make us human. They're the sparks that ignite our passions, fears, and joys. Now, let's not forget the brain-body connection in all this. Your brain doesn't work in isolation. It's constantly communicating with your organs, like your gut and heart, through the nervous system. Ever had butterflies in your stomach when you're anxious? That's your brain chatting with your gut, thanks to the vagus nerve. This connection is why stress feels so physical. It's not just a mental experience, but a full-body event. Understanding this interplay is the first step in mastering your emotions and using stress as a tool, not a trap. But what exactly is stress, and how does it work? Stress isn't just an emotion. It's a full-body response that's hardwired into our biology. Think of it as your body's alarm system, designed to keep you alive and alert in the face of challenges. When you encounter a stressful situation, whether it's a looming deadline or a sudden loud noise, your brain signals your body to mobilize. This triggers a cascade of physiological changes, like the release of adrenaline and cortisol, to prepare you for action. It's like your body saying, "Let's go." But here's the twist: stress isn't inherently bad. It's a survival mechanism, and without it, we wouldn't be able to react to danger or rise to challenges. The causes of stress are as diverse as life itself. Psychological factors like overthinking or feeling overwhelmed can send your stress levels soaring. On the flip side, physical stressors like extreme cold, intense workouts, or even hunger can trigger the same response. Ever noticed how your heart pounds during a tough workout? That's stress in action, helping you push through. But here's the catch: while short-term stress can be helpful, chronic stress is a different beast. It's like leaving your car engine running all night. It wears you down both mentally and physically. Short-term stress has its perks. It sharpens your focus, boosts your energy, and even strengthens your immune system temporarily. But when stress becomes chronic, it's like a storm that never passes. It can shrink your hippocampus, the part of your brain responsible for memory, disrupt your sleep, and even increase your risk of heart disease. The key is learning to manage stress before it takes over. By understanding its causes and effects, you can start to see stress not as an enemy, but as a signal, a call to action. And speaking of action, how does your body actually respond to stress? When stress hits, your body doesn't just sit back and relax. It springs into action with what's called the stress response. This is your body's way of preparing for a challenge, and it comes in two main flavors: short-term acute stress and long-term chronic stress. Acute stress is like a quick burst of energy. It activates your sympathetic nervous system, releasing adrenaline and epinephrine to get your heart pumping and your muscles ready. Imagine you're crossing the street and a car suddenly speeds toward you. That jolt of energy that helps you leap out of the way. That's acute stress saving the day. But what happens when stress sticks around for the medium or long term? Chronic stress is a slower burn. It keeps your body in a heightened state of alertness for extended periods. Over time, this can take a toll on your immune system, making you more vulnerable to illness. It's like running a marathon without ever stopping to rest. Your body wasn't designed to stay in this state forever, and the prolonged release of cortisol can lead to fatigue, brain fog, and even physical health issues. This is why understanding the difference between short-term and long-term stress is so crucial. It helps you recognize when stress is working for you and when it's working against you. At the heart of the stress response is a fascinating interplay between your heart, breathing, and nervous system. When stress kicks in, your heart rate spikes, your breathing quickens, and your body redirects blood flow to critical areas like your muscles and brain. Meanwhile, non-essential functions like digestion take a back seat. This is why you might feel your stomach drop during a stressful moment. It's your body prioritizing survival over comfort. But here's the good news. By learning how to regulate your breathing and heart rate, you can take back control of your stress response. So, how exactly can you do that? Let's explore some practical tools. Managing stress doesn't have to feel like climbing a mountain. It starts with something as simple as your breath. One of the most effective techniques is the physiological sigh, a natural reflex your body uses to calm down. It's as easy as taking a deep inhale, followed by a second, smaller inhale, and then a long, slow exhale. This method helps activate your parasympathetic nervous system, which is like your body's calm down button. Next time you're feeling overwhelmed, try it. You'll be surprised how quickly it can bring a sense of relaxation, even in the middle of chaos. Another powerful tool is deliberate hyperventilation, often used in practices like the Wim Hof method. By intentionally breathing deeply and rapidly, you can increase oxygen levels in your body, triggering the release of adrenaline in a controlled way. This technique can improve focus, boost your immune system, and even help you build resilience to stress. However, it's not for every situation. Avoid using it in unsafe environments like water or while driving. It's best practiced in a safe, seated position where you can fully focus on the process. Think of it as a way to train your body to handle stress more effectively. Finally, there's the concept of panoramic vision, which involves expanding your field of view. When we're stressed, our vision tends to narrow, focusing on the immediate threat. By consciously relaxing your gaze and taking in the broader environment, you can trick your brain into calming down. This technique is especially useful during high-pressure situations like public speaking or intense workouts. Imagine standing in front of a crowd. By softening your focus and taking in the whole room, you can reduce the intensity of your stress response. These tools are simple, yet they hold the power to transform how you navigate stress. But what about the benefits of short-term stress? Believe it or not, short-term stress can actually be your ally. When managed properly, it acts as a performance booster, sharpening your focus and enhancing your mental clarity. Think about the last time you had a tight deadline. You probably felt a surge of energy that pushed you to get things done. That's short-term stress in action, activating your sympathetic nervous system to heighten your alertness and prepare you for the challenge. It's like your body's way of saying, "You've got this." In small doses, stress can be the spark that lights the fire of productivity and creativity. Short-term stress also plays a surprising role in strengthening your immune system. When your body senses a temporary challenge, it releases chemicals that mobilize immune cells, preparing you to fight off potential threats. For example, studies have shown that brief stressors, like a cold shower or a quick workout, can stimulate the release of white blood cells. It's like giving your immune system a quick workout to keep it in shape. Of course, the key is moderation. Too much stress, even in the short term, can tip the balance in the wrong direction. Another hidden benefit of short-term stress is its ability to enhance learning and memory. The hippocampus, a part of your brain responsible for memory, becomes more active during acute stress, helping you retain information more effectively. This is why you might remember details from a high-stakes presentation or exam more vividly than from a casual conversation. Short-term stress primes your brain to absorb and process information more efficiently. But while these benefits are compelling, chronic stress tells a very different story. So, how does long-term stress impact your body and mind? Acute stress is like a quick burst of energy. It comes, it helps, and then it goes. It's the kind of stress you feel when you're rushing to meet a deadline or dodging a sudden obstacle. Your body activates the sympathetic nervous system, releasing adrenaline and cortisol to help you react quickly. Once the challenge is over, your parasympathetic nervous system kicks in to bring you back to a state of calm. It's a cycle that's designed to protect you, not harm you. But what happens when that cycle doesn't end? That's where chronic stress comes into play. Chronic stress is a different beast altogether. Instead of being a short-lived response, it lingers, keeping your body in a constant state of alertness. Over time, this can wreak havoc on your health. For instance, the prolonged release of cortisol can shrink your hippocampus, impairing your memory and cognitive functions. It also disrupts your sleep, weakens your immune system, and increases your risk of heart disease. Imagine trying to sprint a marathon. It's exhausting and unsustainable. Chronic stress is like running that marathon every single day with no finish line in sight. The warning signs of chronic stress are often subtle but significant. Difficulty sleeping, constant fatigue, and a sense of emotional burnout are common red flags. You might find yourself snapping at loved ones or struggling to focus on tasks that once came easily. Recognizing these signs is the first step toward breaking the cycle. The good news: there are tools and strategies to help you build resilience and raise your stress threshold. But what exactly does that mean, and how can you strengthen your ability to handle stress? Building resilience to stress is like training a muscle. It takes consistent effort, but the results are worth it. One of the most effective ways to raise your stress threshold is through exercise, particularly high-intensity activities. Think of it as controlled stress for your body. When you push through a tough workout, your nervous system learns to handle pressure more effectively. Whether it's lifting weights, running sprints, or even a high-energy dance class, these activities teach your body to recover faster from stress. Plus, the endorphin rush afterward. That's your body's way of saying, "Good job." Another powerful tool is cold exposure, which might sound intimidating but has incredible benefits. Cold showers or ice baths activate your sympathetic nervous system in a controlled way, helping your body adapt to stress over time. The initial shock of cold water might make you gasp, but that's part of the process. It trains your diaphragm and nervous system to regulate your response. Start small. Try ending your warm shower with 15 seconds of cold water, gradually increasing the time. Over weeks, you'll notice not just physical resilience, but also a surprising mental clarity. Finally, there's the concept of active relaxation during peak stress. This might sound like a paradox, but it's about staying mentally calm while your body is in high gear. Techniques like mindfulness, meditation, or even slow, deliberate breathing can help you maintain focus during stressful moments. Picture yourself in a heated argument or a high-pressure meeting. By grounding yourself with a few deep breaths, you can stay composed and respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. These tools don't just help you survive stress, they help you thrive in it. Long-term stress requires a different approach. It's not about quick fixes, but sustainable habits that create balance over time. One of the most powerful strategies is fostering social connections. Relationships with family, friends, or even pets can significantly reduce stress by increasing serotonin and trust. Think about how a heartfelt conversation with a friend or cuddling your dog instantly makes you feel lighter. It's not just emotional, it's biological. Prioritize these connections by scheduling regular catch-ups or simply spending quality time with loved ones. Even small gestures like sending a thoughtful text can strengthen bonds and ease stress. Another essential strategy is finding delight and joy in everyday moments. Chronic stress often robs us of the ability to appreciate life's simple pleasures, but reclaiming those moments can be transformative. Whether it's savoring your morning coffee, laughing at a funny video, or enjoying a walk in nature, these small bursts of happiness act as a counterbalance to stress. It's about training your brain to focus on what's good, even when life feels overwhelming. Start by keeping a delight journal where you jot down one thing each day that brought you joy. It's a simple but effective way to shift your mindset. Lastly, let's talk about the foundation of stress management: sleep and routine. Chronic stress often disrupts sleep, creating a vicious cycle that leaves you feeling even more drained. Prioritizing a consistent bedtime, limiting screen time before bed, and creating a calming nighttime routine can work wonders. Pair this with a balanced daily schedule that includes time for work, rest, and play. Remember, your body thrives on rhythm. When you honor that, you're giving yourself the best chance to combat stress. But what about supplements that can support these efforts? When it comes to managing stress, supplements can be a helpful addition to your toolkit. But they're not magic pills. One of the most popular options is L-theanine, an amino acid found in green tea. It's known for promoting relaxation without making you drowsy, making it perfect for those moments when anxiety creeps in, but you still need to stay alert. Imagine sipping a warm cup of tea before a big meeting. It's not just soothing, it's science. L-theanine works by increasing alpha brainwaves, which are linked to a calm, focused state of mind. Another powerful supplement is ashwagandha, a herb that's been used in traditional medicine for centuries. It's particularly effective at reducing cortisol levels, which is the hormone your body releases during stress. Think of it as a natural way to turn down the volume on your stress response. Studies have shown that ashwagandha can improve sleep, boost energy, and even enhance mental performance. If you're dealing with chronic stress, incorporating this adaptogen into your routine might help you feel more balanced and resilient over time. Lastly, there's melatonin, which can be a double-edged sword. While it's incredibly effective for improving sleep, it should be used with caution. Overusing melatonin can disrupt your body's natural sleep-wake cycle, leaving you feeling groggy or dependent on it. If you're considering melatonin, start with a low dose and use it sparingly. Think of it as a tool for occasional use rather than a nightly habit. Supplements can be a great support, but they work best when paired with healthy habits. Speaking of habits, let's wrap up by reflecting on the bigger picture of stress management. Stress isn't the enemy. It's how we respond to it that makes all the difference. In moderation, stress can be a powerful ally, sharpening our focus, boosting our energy, and even enhancing our mental performance. But when it becomes chronic, it can take a toll on our health, relationships, and overall well-being. The good news, we have more control over our stress responses than we often realize. By using tools grounded in neuroscience and physiology, like breathwork, cold exposure, and mindful routines, we can transform stress from a burden into a tool for growth. The key takeaway here is that stress management isn't about eliminating stress entirely. It's about learning how to navigate it, whether it's through building social connections, prioritizing sleep, or even incorporating supplements like L-theanine and ashwagandha. There are countless ways to build resilience. Each small step you take, whether it's practicing a physiological sigh or finding joy in a simple moment, adds up to a healthier, more adaptable you. The power lies in your hands to take these tools and make them part of your daily life. So, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you let stress control you, or will you take charge and use it to your advantage? The choice is yours, but remember, you're not alone on this journey. With the right mindset and strategies, you can turn stress into a stepping stone for a more balanced, fulfilling life. We've reached the end of this video, but your journey to managing stress and anxiety is just beginning. Remember, stress doesn't have to be your enemy. With the right tools, it can become a powerful ally for your personal and emotional growth. Today, you've learned simple and effective techniques like the physiological sigh, cold exposure, and the importance of fostering social connections and maintaining a balanced routine. Each of these strategies is a step toward a calmer, more focused, and healthier life. Now, the question is, which of these techniques will you start applying today? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your experience might inspire others who are also looking for ways to handle stress and anxiety. And if you found this content helpful, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Finally, remember, you're not alone on this journey. Small, daily changes can lead to big transformations over time. So, take a deep breath, take that first step, and trust the process. I'll see you in the next video.